See, I believe in money, power, and respect. First you get the money, then you get the power. After you get the power, then these powers will respect. Money, power, respect.
What's up YouTube, TFR here, and today I'm bringing you my money, power, respect fragrances. This was originally going to be a formal list, top 10 formal fragrances, but I did feel the formal tagline is a little bit too one-dimensional. It's a little bit too labeling, saying, hey, use this for formal occasions and formal occasions only. And nah, these fragrances right here, and in general, formal fragrances as a whole, you know, they protrude different vibes, which is what makes them formal fragrances. You know, the fragrance may make you think of money. The fragrance may make you feel powerful. The fragrance may garner respect. So this list right here is my top 10 money, power, respect fragrances coming at you. And once again, this is not the ultimate series, so this list isn't really too ranked, but there is a method to my madness. I still like to keep, you know, story flow and progression kind of proper. So yeah, I'm gonna just jump right into it. And kicking off, the first spot, number 10 spot, we got the entire Givenchy line. And I'm just going to go ahead and do it like this, just because working as a consultant for 4 years, it was pretty much an easy way to identify, you know, target consumers with, you know, brands and stuff like that. This brand, Givenchy, just exudes money, power, and respect. It's not the most expensive, you know, but they are pretty pricey, especially for teenagers, but they are amazing quality. Here I got Givenchy's Blue Label, you know, pretty much Givenchy's typical freshy fragrance that was developed by Alberto Morillas, by the way. Same thing with Pie, another Morillas creation. This one is probably one of the most iconic, original of those sweet, warm scents. It's just absolutely amazing, and the quality lingering in the air is sure to draw people in. And then you got Givenchy Play Intense here, my last example, and that is just pretty much the top designer version of the Rochas Legend DNA. You get that sweet, cappuccino-ish awesomeness going on in there. So yeah, Givenchy, a fantastic line if you want to just protrude that, you know, excellence, and can't go wrong with them ever. Coming in next, you got Prada Amber Pour Homme, and this is the fragrance that smells like 5-star hotel soap. And most guys normally aren't comfortable wearing this until you sell them on that thought that this smells like money. When girls walk up to you, girls will think of immediately luxury, elegance. And this is composed of saffron, myrrh, lavender, patchouli. It's got a whole bunch of awesome stuff in there. And yeah, it just feels like just one of the best soaps you'll ever use in your life. And once again, the psychology behind it is that it is going to make people, not just girls, think of money. And this is just a great fragrance that I wanted to hold high, kind of early in the video, just to kind of get that idea out there, that a fragrance, despite you not liking it, will give people that vibe and it will command respect. So taking in the next spot, you got Prada Amber Pour Homme, a beast of a fragrance. Next you got Gucci Made to Measure. And this is a fragrance that, you know, I got some flack online because it's not the most original. But with this one, you get a plum playing off of leather with a few other great stuff going on in there. I believe a little bit of lavender. And this to me feels like the predecessor to the Gucci Guilty line, which kind of explains why I got some flack. So to kind of break it down real quick, it smells a little bit like Gucci Guilty, just not as sweet, but underneath it, it's got these undertones of this like nice masculine powderiness that gives it that elegant quality. It gives it that formal quality. It gives it that respectful quality. And this will be one of the sweeter fragrances on the list. But in terms of Gucci fragrances, this one is awesome. It is one of my favorites. I do just really like plum and fragrance, even though it's not too powerful here. It is all blended together really nicely. And looking at reviews, it seems people got different experiences depending on different times of the year. So this is just an easy reach if you could find it. It's easily one of my favorite Gucci's, and just a really, really nice fragrance as a whole. Not the best, but just a really, really good, reliable one. And then coming up next, you got the entire Cartier line. So once again, Cartier is a design house that makes fragrances, seems designed for the demographic of people who are more mature, who want something more formal, who want to put out that vibe of class and power and excellence. And Cartier is magnificent at that. So starting off, you got Pasha in my examples here, where Pasha is just kind of the best entry level Cartier. You know, you can just pop it on. And then especially if you're younger, it is going to impress people. You got Cartier Roadster. That's, you know, mint, in the opening, just super cool, because then it'll suddenly shift up on you and turn into this vanilla, patchouli, vetiver blend. That's just awesome. Performance on that is great. Eau de Cartier Concentrate. I believe that one's unisex, but an awesome, just fresh, zesty citrus scent that it lasts. It's great. It's more mature than your typical citrus scent. It's amazing. And then Cartier Declaration, the fresh spice of the Cartier line. You get the little hints of spice in there. I believe a little cinnamon. You get that grapefruit in the opening. But it's got one of those complex compositions that has so much body to it. And grown women love Cartier. Trust me. Coming up next, you got Mr. Burberry. And I absolutely love Mr. Burberry. I used to push it all the time as the James Bond fragrance. Nowadays, there are fragrances that just kind of trump that. But Mr. Burberry is reliable. It just doesn't do anything too crazy. It's got a little cardamom in there, a little lavender. Everything there is just blended so nice, and you can find it at a really, really good price nowadays. So once again, especially if you're a younger guy, this will make a great formal fragrance that will command respect. If you're an older guy, this is a great price fragrance for your day-to-day use that just, you know, it's a lot classier than the other Burberrys. Not knocking the other Burberrys at all. Burberry, I absolutely love. I own tons of them. Mr. Burberry is just awesomeness to me. It's, you know, a little bit higher tier than the rest of the Burberry fragrances. Coming up next, you got one of my all-time classic favorites, and that's Terre D'Hermes, my super empty-ish bottle right there. If you've been keeping up, that little gold atomizer I had, I already used that. But yeah, I used this guy really heavy throughout 2016 and 2017. And if this was the Ultimate Series, I probably would rank this at #1 and hype it up like no one's business. But I need a full bottle before doing that, because I gotta give this fragrance justice. This thing opens up with the most perfect combination of this citrus sharp freshness that's not too sharp, but then it'll dry down and the rest of the body of the fragrance creeps in. It gets a little bit softer, and overall it is just so awesome. This guy right here I got so many good memories with, and this was the fragrance that I really like. I would use to bridge myself to other fragrances, to, you know, a more mature crowd. Just so many good things I could say about this fragrance. I could talk about it for days. I just need to get another bottle. You could get a 100 ml for around $70. For any young dude looking to, you know, expand to more mature scents that, you know, you want to be confident that they're going to hit Terre D'Hermes, you cannot go wrong with that ever. And then putting it out there, some of these fragrances are going to be hit or miss, but the point of this list is the respect factor comes from whether you like it or not. People will respect it. People will say, hey, I might not wear that, but that suits you awesome. I can see why you're wearing that. Kind of along the lines of that. And my next one is another fragrance that I got so much love for, Armani Emporio Diamonds. Just because, yeah, man, this thing is awesome. One of the best cacao fragrances that, you know, I'm biased towards. I love it. The cacao in here is not too strong. You're not going to smell chocolate. It's all just blended together so good, and lingering in the air is awesome. This was one of my most complimented scents for 2018. I never did that video, but you can see my bottle here is pretty much done. This is just another one that I could talk to for days, man. Like, this thing got a lot of compliments just lingering in the air when I was walking by people, because they really like the elegant quality to it. You know, besides the cacao, you get this nice, like, slight powdery undertone that just really draws people in. It's masculine, it's fresh, it's alluring, it's sweet thanks to that cacao, but none of it is ever too much. So if you're looking for a low-key hidden gem banger, Armani Emporio Diamonds. I think I said Emporio Code earlier. So coming in at #3 spot, you got Polo Red Extreme, fragrance that I absolutely fell in love with. This is a specialized fragrance, and once again falls into, you know, the power and respect factor, where maybe not everyone will like it, but my God, will this thing just give off vibes of, you know, excellence, control, masculinity, all that good stuff. You know, you got the ebony playing off the let me pop that right there. Cool. So yeah, the ebony wood is in play here with some blood orange and the coffee notes. Just amazing. I believe those are the 3 notes, and it's all just done really well. I'm not too sure if it's eau de parfum or parfum, because most boxes just say parfum, so this could actually be a pure parfum going on over here. But just an easy to reach fragrance if you're just looking for something that's like, yeah, that is smooth, that is cool, that is masculine, that is elegant. I need that in my life. Polo Red Extreme, bringing back some much needed life into the Polo line, because yeah, it's absolutely awesome. And now coming in at #2, if you use this fragrance, please comment below and tell my audience what's up, because this fragrance has been a little bit lost in time. The scent DNA kind of gets some flack nowadays, saying people saying it smells like rubber or something like that. But this is Dior's Farenheit line. And honestly, guys, just working with all the thousands of customers amongst the years, I don't work in fragrance anymore, by the way. So working with all the customers throughout the years, this was a fragrance that everyone who bought Farenheit, the customers who will come in already looking for it, they were total bosses. They were like, you know, some big earners. They always came respectful. They weren't snobs at all either. Like, I don't know, it's just, I guess people who bought Dior in general, like, unless the, you know, the young teens, except the young teens looking for like Sauvage, you know, that massive wave came in around 2016, 2017. But yeah, the people shopping Dior were just some of the coolest, most boss people that I've had the pleasure to serve. So yeah, the Farenheit line is here, and the one thing I do want to say is that these are fragrances that I guess when you smell them too close to the skin and you spray too much, you may get that tire rub. I don't know what the heck people are saying online, but it's when you spray, you know, properly and when it lingers in the air that it really grabs people's attention and it shows its weight, because Farenheit, easily one of the most celebrated fragrances of, you know, the Dior line. So there's a reason why it's so good, guys, and trust me, you can't go wrong with Farenheit, especially if you're older. Alright guys, coming in at the #1 spot, you got the entire Yves Saint Laurent L'homme line, YSL. What can I say? Like, seriously, what can I say? Powerful, respected, masculine, classy, elegant, sexy, zesty, everything. Just, Yves Saint Laurent's L'homme line is the embodiment of money, power, and respect. Like, my God, I used to always say, I don't care who you are, if you're a young teen, an insecure dude in your 20s, a dude in your 30s getting back into the game, a 40-year-old dude who wants to just be respected, I can spray you, I'm not even gonna look. I'll just spray you up randomly like that, throw you in the club, and you're gonna kill it. You'll be fine. You know, you guys don't have to overthink things so much. Trust that the fragrance is putting out the vibe for you. Just make sure that you're using it properly. And the Yves Saint Laurent L'homme line, like I said, is just absolutely spectacular when it comes to that. La Nuit de L'homme, Cardamom, Libre, you got some awesome just emphasis on the green notes in there. The original L'homme, ginger, sweet goodness with that little bit of zest, that little, you know, that tickles your nose zest. Absolutely awesome. Parfum Intense dives into the sweet syrupy side of things. Ultimate, I think I dropped it somewhere. Ultimate is rose based and just absolutely awesome. You got Yves Saint Laurent Sport, which I don't own, but another kind of casual one. Yves Saint Laurent L'homme Sport is a little bit more casual, but overall the entire line is awesome, sexy, you know, just one of the best, most reliable lines when it comes to garnering that money, power, and respect vibe. So there you go, guys. That's the top 10. Shooting it straight to you, one shot, one take, and I'm gonna explain that right now. So I didn't want to keep the editing a little low for this video, and at this point I am gonna end the video. This top 10 list is over. If you're sticking around beyond this point, you're hanging out for what's to come next. Welcome to the weird side of fragcomm. I'll be your host. So yeah, guys, I want to give a special shout out to Scentitar Fragrance, because he launched a really badass video just shouting out 30 reviewers, I believe it was. And you know, to take the time to do that, just to put in the work, the hustle, and kind of put all these people over, like, nothing but respect for you, bro. Nothing but respect. Like, that is what I'm talking about right there. So yeah, dropping all professionalism, because a simple shout out wasn't enough. This dude inspired me, and just a little warning, there's gonna be curses in the following of what's to come. But yeah, this is the challenge. If you proceed to watch the following video, if you laugh at me, you have to go subscribe to Scentitar. If you laugh with me, you have to go subscribe to Scentitar. If you cringe at any point, if you cringe like, what the hell is this dude doing? You have to go subscribe. Any range of emotion that I'm pretty much expecting people to experience from the following, if that hits, you have to go subscribe. If you feel nothing, then fine, whatever, you win. But yeah, definitely just a big thank you to you, Scentitar. You're the man, bro. Let's just dive into it. Shout out to Benjamin. Go and subscribe to him. Well, I remember that boy Scentitar Fragrance was starting off, working hard and patience. Now that motherfucker's paying off. Hustle in the struggle of the fragrance hustle. Set the bar, let's take it to 1,000 subs. No taking losses, go beyond. Girls, get your subs how you want, make that body rock. Scentitar gon' do it, working harder than some fucking rocks. No comparisons, got my blessings out to all of ya. Know the runner, be a goof who hating on the nonsense, y'all. Shout out to the real ones, workers in the small fry squad. Shout outs to Joey, Cannoli Mafia. Shout outs to my uncle Chad and Ben, they raised me well. Shout outs to that homie Daniel, he doing swell. That fragrance runner video went viral. Why the fuck did that happen? How should I know? Just keep it forward, keep it moving like a slideshow, and put in work that Scentitar flow, bitch, go hustle. Sit down and go hustle. Sit down and go hustle. Be like Benjamin and go hustle. Record and go upload. Sit down and go hustle. Sit down.